Hey Terrarians, how's it going? My name is Pixelated Fireball, and welcome back to Mod of Redemption. So in the last episode, we defeated the Infected Eye, and the pirates showed up for a little while, beat up some of their cooks. I bet they're feeling pretty hungry now. I never actually bothered to look at the spices that the dude dropped, because I think I might have threw them all. No, I have some in here still. He dropped these different spices, the pirate cook. I forgot to look at those. It's like a quick 60-second buff that gives you a variety of different, like, boosts. Like, the green spices gives you druid damage and crit chance, and the blue ones emit light for like a minute, so it's like a little something to take note of that I completely and totally overlooked. Second order of business, I was advised to go and get a Rod of Discord, and that was a process that took me an extremely long time. I did get one, but my god, I'm telling you, it was like the Chaos Elementals were defying me. Because I have never killed so many in my life. I'm pretty sure I've only ever gotten one in a Let's Play. Naturally spawning, just going down there, farming them, killing them. Other than that, in any other time I've ever played through Terraria, I have never gotten one naturally. It has never spawned for me. I've always just given myself one just because. Just, you know, open up the old cheat sheet and be like, you know what, I'm done. I've killed 1,000 of these things, and I've had enough. But I stuck it out this time, and I'm pretty sure after like 1,500 Chaos Elementals, I finally got one, and it was ridiculous. Also, for future reference, for those of you that might be trying to farm one as well, I'll go down here and I'll show you. I adjusted my spawning area quite a bit because Chaos Elementals will not spawn just because your biome is hallowed. There's a whole bunch of conditions. They won't spawn when you're behind a player-made wall, or in front of one, I mean. They won't spawn, I think, when an NPC is nearby. You have to actually be, like, out in the open like this. Inside my little box here was where I had to be to get them to show up, but they have to spawn on top of actual, like, pearl stone blocks. Pearl stone or pearl sand, or I don't think the grass will work. I think it has to be the stone or the sand, one or the other. But yeah, I stood down here for a good while before I realized, now I'm going to die. I'm gonna run away real quick here. But yeah, I finally got one, so hip hip hooray, I now have the ability to teleport, and that's just neat. So I got that out of the way. I'm sure that'll be extraordinarily helpful later on. Next order of business, speaking of spawning and farming and fighting monsters in my little arena down there, I finally got the Soulless to show up. And I don't want to spoil what happens with that dude, that thing down there when it finally shows up. For those of you that haven't played this mod and have yet to come across it yourself, I don't want to spoil what it does, but everything gets really weird. Every other enemy stops spawning, and things get a little wild, things get a little crazy. So, he drops this thing, I think it's called a Black Heart? Yeah, Blackened Heart. May cause instant death. I didn't use it. I have no idea what it does. It's consumable. I mean, I feel like eating a shadowy black heart that may cause instant death is really just not the kind of life choices that I need to be making right now. But you use it to make something called the Scepter of the Soulless, which is a magic weapon, and a War Axe of Shade, which is just an axe. So I held on to it because it's a very, very rare enemy that I doubt that I'll come across again, unless I go down specifically looking for one. And now, with all that said and done, I believe you're caught up, and we're back to current events. So, first current event is we got this guy right here, a friendly T-bot named Adam. You've probably seen these necrotized husks of former living beings that glow green with their crystals. The personnel from our birthplace never knew about their infectious properties before they were too late. Our father was the first to fall to the infection. So, he has a shop. He sells these irradiated stones and irradiated stone walls, which I'm assuming is what the new Wasteland biome that we're going to be going to check out is made of. He sells that anti-crystallizer serum, an AI chip, carbon myofiber, MK1 capacitor, MK1 plating, which are all things that drop from those android enemies that show up, so you can buy them here. They're relatively expensive, though, for 15 gold a pop. Luckily, I have a bunch of platinum from all my farming that I did, but they're pretty expensive. Next, he has Xenomite shards, and he sells Starlight, which is that material that I'm pretty sure that I need to craft, yes, Starlight bars. And then I can just make all this stuff out of them in Xenomite. I don't know particularly whether or not the set is going to be useful for me, because it doesn't look like a druid set, it looks like a mage set. But you can make a bunch of different things with it. You can make wings and weapons, tools, and something called an infected thorn shield, which is made out of the Shield of Cthulhu, and also a Xenomite stave. So that's some stuff we're going to be checking out later on. He also sells Xeno Solution and Anti-Xeno Solution, which place and remove the Wasteland. And he sells a gas match, which grants immunity to radioactive fallout, an anomaly detector to fight the seed of infection if you haven't fought it yet, a Xeno Eye for another infected eye, and a hazmat suit for a whole whopping platinum, which I can absolutely afford, so I might buy that and wear it over to the Wasteland. It looks like, yes, it works like the diving gear or whatever from the Calamity mod. You put it on as an accessory and it just kind of turns you into that thing. I guess while I have it on, greatly extends underwater breathing, grants protection against low-level radiation, and grants immunity to the abandoned lab and wasteland water. So that's definitely something I'm going to want to hold on to. Outside of that, I don't really know what this is. Read floppy disk. Seems like you aren't holding a floppy disk in your hand, or you just don't have one. If you show me them, I can tell you what they say. So I need to get some floppy disks at some point. I don't know where I get those, but at some point I'm gonna have to go exploring for one. So let's hold on to the hazmat suit, because it is now time to head over to the radioactive wasteland that came in the form of a nuke that fell on my head after I defeated the infected eye. And I believe it's over this way. I'm pretty sure that's where it showed up on the map. It is right here. This little patch of land is a little bit weird. But that's where we're going. We're going over there next. We're gonna bring Lore Holder, because we're gonna be whacking some enemies with it, because I have no doubt in my mind that it has lots to say about the new enemies that are sure to spawn over there. I was also advised to do a lot of farming, so that's probably what we'll do. We'll head over to the Wasteland, hang out there for a little while, check it out, see what's up, kill some enemies, and collect some starlight, make some items, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next phase of this adventure, which I believe is facing off against the mechanical bosses. Probably to Destroyer first, because I would like to rain dandelions down upon his head. Oh, also I made the cell phone. I forgot to mention that. If you notice these little things over here. I had all the things for it practically. It was just a little bit of farming. But here we go. Take a listen to that music. I'm digging it. I really am digging it. There's one of the new enemies over there. But this is the Wasteland. Looks like real low clouds, crystals in the background. I mean, jury's out on whether or not those are ruined buildings or broken chocolate bars back there, but that sort of looks like ruined buildings. But alright, we got radioactive slime. Gonna kill that. It's a pretty tanky enemy. Drop Xenomite shards. Good bit of it. Oh boy, okay, so I have a debuff. Stats greatly decreased due to radioactivity. Okay, is this the sort of thing that I would want to equip the hazmat suit for? I guess not. It seems to not make all that much of a difference. So here is starlight. Looks like it spawns in crystals on the ground. You get Xenomite shards and starlight. This is not a very big biome. I don't know if it spreads or not. Does the irradiated stone do anything? Oh, okay, you make a radioactive launcher, which is a ranged weapon, and a music box for the Wasteland theme. It's actually pretty cool. I like the Wasteland theme. It's pretty funky. Infected beast. And there is a rogue T-bot here. It's a bad guy. Drop some scrap metal. Right click it, I got iron bars and MK1 plating. What is that down there? There's a new enemy. Hazmat zombie. Ah, God! Wow, okay. That is a pretty vicious amount of damage. The nuclear slime has a nuke in it. Okay. I think I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't blow that up. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to, like, flatten out an area over here and try to farm some of this stuff the best I can. I think that would be the wisest, most efficient way to acquire the things that I need. Or I wonder, actually, if I can just take this stuff and go underground with it into my spawning area and fill that little cube I have down there with this stuff. I wonder if that would work. Oh my, what is that? Xenomite gargantuan. That's a big boy. That looks like a mini-boss. 5,100 HP. He's a big boy. Thank God he's a little slow. What he lacks in speed, he makes up for in endurance, I guess. Unfortunately for him, I have the power of love hearts on my side, and he can't penetrate my impenetrable wall of love. Rapid fire. Feel the love, Xenomite gargantuan. He has been eliminated. Okay, let's use Lore Holder and figure out what some of these things are. So, the irradiated sludge is sentient sludge. The golem is a golem infected by Wasteland. I am really infected by Xenomite whenever I touch those things as well. Radioactive fallout, mildly infected. That has taken a lot of HP away from me. What about that running thing? Let's whack it. Okay. An infected variant of an enemy. Okay. What about that rogue T-bot? What are you? A T-bot that went rogue. Since they are simply exoskeletons, they have no defense. Well, that explains why they die so quickly, and give me lots of scrap metal. I got illegal gun parts. Is that useful for anything mod-related? It is. It makes a flak cannon. Oh my god, 175 damage, and I am just bleeding health. I have no ability to heal. This is really, really great. I got a sludge spoon. 20 magic damage, uses 2 mana. So it's just a spoon that flings sludge at enemies. Okay, this is actually relatively powerful. Well, I mean, it's not extremely powerful, but it does stuff. I'm flinging gunk at you. How does that make you feel? I imagine this would just make them even more powerful. What about the Xenomite Gargantuan? What do you have to say about that thing? Big-ass golem infected by the Wasteland. Okay, well, that is a very apt description. Very, very accurate. We dropped something. Infected golem egg. Summons a friendly Xenomite hatchling to fight for you. Oh my. So it's rapid-fire machine gun versus the Xenomite staff. I think I'm gonna stick with the staff, but that's pretty cool. I like that. What is that thing? Infected chicken. I guess not even the mighty chicken is safe from the infection. Oh god, I'm gonna get myself killed running around here like an idiot. Again, there's another infected chicken. Does Loreholder not have anything to say about that? Nothing? I mean, is that just something we're gonna overlook? Oh, it's just an infected chicken. Oh yeah, I see those all the time walking around outside my house, just kinda spewing corruption everywhere they go. Nasty infection. Oh, is there like a day-night cycle for this stuff? I didn't even think about that. I can't even tell whether or not it's day or night while I'm getting murdered. It's really hard to tell whether or not it's day or night outside when you're getting brutally murdered. That's something to take note of, ladies and gentlemen, for future reference. Okay, so I gave it a try, and it turns out that the irradiated stone actually works down here as well. So this looks like the place that I'm going to be going to farm all of these infected enemies. What is that thing? Xenon roller? Well, it's about to be burned alive in a fire pit now, so we can just hang out down here, completely and totally safe from all threats on the outside. Oh, this is much better. This is the way real Terrarians farm. And he dropped the gas mask. So I've gotten a gas mask and a hazmat suit from this little adventure here, which I can use together with anti-crystallizer serum and raw xenium, which comes from, you combine Starlight and Xenomite with Luminite, so something very later on. Make an HEV suit, which I'm assuming is just a really upgraded version of a hazmat suit. I got a folded shotgun. I have no bullets, so I can't see what it does. These Xenomite Gargantuans cannot get inside this little box. I might have created a problem for myself without getting murdered. No, okay, that's not possible, is it? God, no, well, fine. That's fine, you guys just hang out down there. If I was smart, I would have set my spawn point down here. No, Chaos Elemental, get away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. See, I wasn't kidding. Look at how many. 1409. That is how many I've killed, and I'm about to get killed again by these Xenomite creatures. Set my spawn down here and slowly die of Xenomite poisoning. That is the most important thing that we're gonna get done. In addition to collecting Starlight and Xenomite and whatever else might happen to drop from these things. Oh god, what is that thing? Radium digger. Oh my god. That is a big boy. Where is he going? That is a very big worm. Okay. Well, we're just gonna slowly kill him because, you know, it's a worm AI, so immediately right out the gate, he's really not all that scary. Come back. Back up here. There we go. Point your face right at me. And he's dead. Anything fancy from him? Just a big chunk of Xenomite. Okay. Well, that's good, I guess. Bob the Blob. What? That thing has how much health? Is that 1,000,000? Oh my god. Well, thank god I'm safe down here in this safety box. We're definitely gonna kill him and see what he drops. Okay, do I risk it and go out there and see what Loreholder has to say about that thing? Okay, I'm gonna run out there and I'm gonna see if Loreholder has anything to say about Bob the Blob. Bob the Blob is a blob that bobbed and blobbed. Okay, that was definitely worth dying for. 100% worth dying for. That is a very, very good description of Bob the Blob. He better not run away. I want to know what he drops. Come back. Bob. Bob, come back. There he is. He's gonna come back. Everything's fine. And Bob the Blob is dead. He gave me a whole 32 Starlight and dropped a hazmat suit. Okay, so I want to say that this is definitely the most lucrative way to get gold with this mod. Because these hazmat suits sell for 20 gold a pop. In addition to all the gold that I'd get from everything else down here. and being that nothing in here can actually reach me, this is like a great place to AFK farm. I already have 50-some gold just for being down here, I think about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes in total. So in an hour, I could have several platinum. I am going to probably spend the entirety of this episode hanging out down here, just killing these things and seeing what all spawns down here. Okay, my inventory is completely full, so I am going to just teleport right up on out of here and figure out what all I got. I know I got a pile of Xenomite shards. I have 755 of those, so I have more of those than I'm ever gonna need. I have a whole bunch of hazmat suits, which I think altogether will equal just about a platinum. So I'm gonna sell those. I got folded shotguns, gas masks are 7, infected golem eggs sell for a gold, sludge spoon is a couple silver. And I got this thing called a Xenomite boulder, which is a really, really big flail. If this thing had 1.4 flail revamp physics, this would be amazing. Got a radioactive launcher that shoots green gloop that releases radioactive gas. So let's pop all this starlight in there and see if there's anything I can actually craft out of it. Oh, before I do that, I need something called a xenium refinery. Didn't I make one of those before? Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. Pixelated Fireball doesn't know what he's talking about. I actually need something called a Xeno Forge, which I have right here. I was right. I made this thing out of a Hell Forge and 4 Xenomite. I completely and totally forgot that I made one of those things. Where would I find starlight at, actually? There it is. I can make it after all. So I can get 30 of that stuff. And whatever else I might need, I'll just buy from Adam up here. So let's make that shield. Where is it at? That infected thorn shield, or whatever it was called. I need 10 Xenomite, 6 starlight bars, and a shield of Cthulhu. There it is. 48 damage, -2 defense instead of +2. Double tap, A direction to dash, 14% increased druidic damage and critical strike, inflicts infection upon dashing into an enemy, and releases acid-like sparks as you move. That seems pretty fantastic. Oh, wow. So I have, glowy sparks that deals damage to things that try to chase me. Dash. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is much better than your standard Shield of Cthulhu. So what about the Xenomite stave? Is that any good? Looks like it shoots a lot of glowy green fireball-looking things. It definitely lights the world up for sure. It's not specifically a stave like the other ones that I have, so it doesn't have a Guardian summon. I don't know. It seems pretty inaccurate. Might be good against maybe Skeletron Prime, but I feel like I'm gonna end up using the Giant Dandelion against him, and probably Cadence. I can make the pickaxe and the wings. I don't know how much better they'll be than the leaf wings. Let's make the tools, why not? I can make a Xenomite ham axe to replace my molten ham axe, which has a higher hammer power than the Pwn hammer, so I don't think I'm gonna need to have that in my inventory anymore, but we'll just throw it in there just in case. And the Xenomite pickaxe, which is slightly better than the adamantite one. The Xenomite one has 195% pickaxe power, so that is a little bit better. It also sounds like a phase blade, and also I am mildly infected while I hold it. Well, alright then. I guess I gotta be brief with my mining with that and pay attention to my health, otherwise it might just kill me. I've never had a tool try to kill me before. Unless you count, like, enchanted swords and whatnot, I don't know. You know what, I'm just gonna make this set, even though it's a mage set. I'm curious to see what it does. I need more Xenomite, which I am absolutely able to make with the almost 3,000 of these that I have. Make the leggings and the headgear. So it is a mage set, so it's not going to be very good for druids, but look at that. That is really cool. The set bonus, you are immune to the Xenomite infection and radioactive fallout, so lucky mages, there you go. You get that buff for your armor set. The armor emits light, and critical strikes have a chance to release a burst of Xenomite shards at your cursor. So I guess having all of my accessories set to lucky might actually make this a very, very powerful set, if I was a mage. I might just throw that on a vanity slot because I think that looks really cool. Doesn't emit light whenever it's in your vanity slot, but you know what? I'll take it. That looks pretty neat. Everything about me is just green, and not in a good way. Infected green. Well, I didn't actually expect that this episode would be entirely spent exploring one biome, but I was very surprised with how much content there is over there. There is a pile of enemies, a bunch of gear. I have a feeling that there is a lot more to explore with the Wasteland and then eventually the abandoned lab and just Xenomite infection in general. So once again, I'm sorry that I spent the entirety of this episode exploring one biome, and I did mean to eventually fight a mechanical boss, but I think the episode's been going on for long enough. We're almost at that 20-minute mark, if not already there. So I think what I'm gonna do is call it an episode here, guys. The next episode will definitely be probably Maybe even killing all 3 in one episode. That'd be some progress right there. But anyway, guys, like I said, I think I'm gonna call it an episode here. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me out. I really appreciate it. And as always, whatever it is, wherever you are, day or night, I hope you're having a good one of those. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.